What happens when you go to New Jersey? Do people say or yell things at you? People say and yell things at me wherever I go. I don't know why. They feel like they should yell things. In New Jersey, if you were on The Sopranos, you're kind of like members of the home team, you know, like the E Street Band. It's really cool. People invite you in their homes. They're very trusting in that respect. Hi, I am Michael Imperioli, and Esquire has asked me to explain a few things. When you showed up to start filming, what was the Jennifer Coolidge dynamic, as she's the only returning cast member for season 2? I met Jennifer Coolidge late one night in the lobby of the hotel, and she needed to go get some euros. I had been there for a while. She had just gotten to Italy, so I took her to the ATM, and it took us 20 minutes to figure out how to get into the ATM. But Jennifer is very different than Tanya. Jennifer's very, very smart and very perceptive, whereas Tanya seems to be really aware of herself more than anything else, and Jennifer's not really like that. What do you like and what don't you like about the character of Dominic Grasso you created for the second season of The White Lotus? What I like about him is he's finally confronting himself with his addictive, compulsive behaviors. What I don't like about him is that he's finally confronting himself with his addictive, compulsive behaviors. My character is on vacation with his father and son. Any similarities with your family dynamic in real life? God, I hope not, first of all. My sons and I are less divided in terms of our views on certain things, especially the male-female dynamics. And my father doesn't talk about those things. Goodfellas was your first big movie. What was your most intimidating scene? I was only in 2 scenes. I think I'm on screen 5 minutes maybe in that movie. So yeah, honestly, it was not intimidating for me because they made me feel like I belonged there and made me feel like an actor, you know, and that I was there to do that part. But I did, in the second scene when my character gets killed, I wound up cutting my fingers open because I had a glass in my hand when I did the stunt. But when I got to the hospital, they of course thought I was about to die because I had 3 bullet holes and blood everywhere in my chest, and they thought I was delirious, saying I cut my fingers in a Robert De Niro movie, and they brought me out on a stretcher to the trauma, you know, urgent care, and then finally saw all the squibbing and the blood packs and the wires, and then they said, "Oh, have a seat, we'll be with you in a while," and I was about 3 hours till they wound up stitching my finger up. You're a Buddhist, and many of your co-stars have described you as a calm presence. How were you able to get in the mindset of a hot-headed killer like Christopher? I wasn't a Buddhist when I played Christopher. Maybe that led me to want to be a Buddhist after playing somebody so psychotic for so many years. But getting into the mindset of a hot-headed killer, all humans have the same emotions, it's to various degrees, you know? You tap into your own and then expand on them. I think that's the secret. You wrote Summer of Sam with Spike Lee. Tell us how that project happened and memories from filming. An actor I knew named Victor Colicchio wrote the first draft of Summer of Sam and gave it to me, and I told him I loved it and wanted to work on it with him as a director. And we wrote a few drafts together and then brought it to Spike Lee, who offered to executive produce it, and I would direct it, but we couldn't get a deal. So it kind of died, and then Spike said, you know what, I think I want to do it. I was actually gonna play Adrian Brody's role, but the summer of '98 was the first season of The Sopranos, so I couldn't commit to such a long shooting schedule, so wound up doing a little part, but I'm very, very pleased on how that movie turned out. How did you get cast in the role of Sensei Billy on The Office? So they needed to cast this martial arts instructor, and it was an episode with Dwight, that's Rainn Wilson's character. He Googled actors who have black belts in martial arts, and that's how I got that part. That's showbiz. Google, that's all it takes. Okay, so this is a picture of me on the cover of Taekwondo Times with my teacher, Grandmaster Tae-Sung Kang. Grandmaster Tae-Sung Kang is one of the very few 10th degree black belts in the world and has been teaching martial arts for almost 50 years. He started teaching when he was really young, like 12 or something. I've been studying martial arts with him for 20 years. My whole family did, with Grandmaster and his family, and we're really good friends. This Fool is a new show that's on Hulu that I'm an actor on. Favorite thing about comedic acting? Acting on comedies is really fun because there's a lightness around the set all day. You don't have to go to any really dark places and need to create that space within and around you. Some of the writers and actors are actual comedians, which I'm not, and they're really fun to be around. When did you become a good cook? See, they have a picture of me from the show Celebrity Chopped. I didn't know what Chopped was, but my kids knew, and I got offered to do this tournament for charity. You win $50,000 for your charity of choice. And my kid said, you could win this because you're good at making stuff out of whatever's in the fridge. I was a cook when I was 19 in a restaurant in Lower Manhattan, and I was a bad cook. I was not good. I wound up winning the tournament of celebrities on Chopped. Any standout memories from filming Girls? I was in Girls the very first season. I played a poetry professor, which I really liked. That was exciting because we didn't know what that was going to be or that it was going to take off and be so popular, but there was a real cool, youthful female energy driving that show behind it that I really appreciated and liked. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you learned a little bit more about my life and work, and take care.